Even in the cold and the snow, the hills are alive.
We've actually had record numbers this year.
Tubes are flying down the hills at Hawk Island Park, and park manager Brian Collins says his team has put in many hours to create the fun.
It takes about 1 million gallons of water to make as much snow as we need out here to open up with about 2 or 3 lanes.
The 4 lanes that are open right now pumped about 1.5 million gallons of water out of the 4 snow guns.
When we make the snow, it is pretty wet snow. What we do is we put it into piles, and then the water drains out of it, and so you push around.
Collins and his team are planning long-term to make it through the season.
The base of the hill is actually anywhere from 3 foot to 25 foot deep in snow. And throughout the season, as the temperatures kind of fluctuate, we push snow around, kind of fill in where it's low, move it from where it's high.
Stockpiling snow helps to survive the tubing season, as natural snow isn't always the best snow.
A lot of times, Mother Nature's snow is so fluffy, it's actually compacts the stuff we use about 20 times as much. So it's not necessarily beneficial to have Mother Nature help.
As for the end of the season, it's still a month off.
Right now we have tickets that are sold out through March 14th. We'll be making another assessment probably the end of February to see how much later. It really depends on Mother Nature and kind of the forecast, how late we'll be open.
Before I add any more winter weather to the forecast, it's time to have a little fun. Here for you at Hawk Island Park, meteorologist Diane Phillips, 6 News. For the Benedict family, maple syrup tapping is a way of life.
Here in Vermontville, the Benedict family moved to this area in 1850 and have been doing it here every year since then.
As the new year rolls in, Brian Benedict of Benedict Family Maple starts watching the weather forecast for warm temperatures.
We usually can get a pretty good run if it's doing what it's supposed to do, is warming up mid-30s to 40 at least every day, and then getting down. I like to see it get at least 28 at night to get that freeze, and then it'll kick it in gear again for the next day.
Due to the Arctic air in February, the sap was frozen in the roots and bark, which caused a 2-week delay. But thanks to recent warmer weather, the Benedicts are back on track.
As the snow melts, we get kind of a gradual release of that sap to flow. The sun on the south side of the trees has released some of the sap, but until it gets the roots kind of thawed out a little bit, well then it's not going to run.
It's also not going to run as well on days with bad weather.
Usually in a high pressure system it runs a little better, and then in a low pressure system where it might be rainy or something like that, it doesn't seem to run very much.
The color and taste of the syrup also depends on the weather.
Beginning of the season, usually you have a lighter color because you have the colder, more frigid temperatures, and it keeps the sap cold. You don't have to worry about it starting to spoil or getting bacteria in it. As you get through the season, you get into a darker syrup, which is from a little bit of bacteria working in the sugar in the sap, and that makes it a darker flavor. The strength of the flavor is directly related to the color of the syrup.
The light syrup has a lighter taste, while darker syrup people typically enjoy for pancakes and cooking. But no matter the weather,
you have snow, you have ice, you have mud, you have rain, so it's always a very muddy endeavor.
Tree tappers are always working to make sure you have a sweet taste at your table. Here for you in Vermontville, meteorologist Diane Phillips, 6 News.
I believe the owner is known as the Codfather.
They fill the parking lot half full back here usually for his fish.
We got to know him downtown because he cooks our fish just the way we want it.
There we go.
We've been following him since he had his first food truck, and when he opened up this one, we just had to come and get it.
It started as a joke between my old staff and myself way back 4 or 5 years ago, and it kind of affectionately grew from there into something now more publicly and widely known as the Codfather, as you see it today.
The walleye and one of the cod.
just the way he does it. You know, it's a special. Everybody does it differently, and his fish is just right.
Fish fries have always been a fun thing, something that I enjoy doing, and every Friday it's just grown and grown and grown.
Hi, Hard Knocks, your order's ready.
I really like that. I like the fact he's good people on top of being a great cook. The food's awesome. Great people, great food. What more could you ask for?
During this pandemic, I have tried very hard to support local businesses, and my neighbor and I love to get fish on Fridays, so we figured we'd give it a try.
You get to meet a lot of people. You know, my big thing is I like feeding people and making them happy and connecting with people through food.
Thank you, have a great night.
They can see them from the street. The kids are up in the windows waving. We went room to room and told them that the superheroes were going to be here. So they were really excited to be at their windows and watching for them this afternoon. Oh, there's one.
This is the first time we've been able to wave to the kids in about 2 months. It's so much fun to see their faces, to see them in the windows waving at us. Oh, one's still blowing kisses. We had one little one just blowing us kisses for it seemed like 5 minutes. It's just the cutest thing.
That kid's having a blast.
It is important. Our kids look forward to them being here, and it's a great relationship. They come about once a month. We're hoping at some point in the very near future that the superheroes can come right onto the pediatric unit and see our kids face to face.
How you doing, buddy?
Hopefully we'll be back in about a month, so I'm sure a lot of our members are going to have happy tears. We've missed this. We used to do a hospital visit a week at the hospitals all around the state, and it's been about 18 months since we've been there. So to be able to go back into a hospital, to walk the halls, to see the nurses, and to see the kids and just bring the smiles to the kids and the parents, it's going to mean so much to us.
Head over towards the vents. You got a couple windows over there.
You can think about different reasons that kids are hospitalized and what joy this brings for them.
We brought them care packages today with a bunch of toys and activities to do. They're all based on their favorite superhero. To know that we're helping out, just even in a small way, to help them and to help their parents be able to see a kid that's been sick and on a hospital bed smile. It means so much to a parent also. Oh, it's so great to still see the kids smile, to be able to still do something and to bring a positive impact into them and to help their day in a little way that we can.
You know, it takes a little bit away from the scariness of being a patient in the hospital as a child to look out here and see their favorite superheroes out on the street.
This is our park picnic for two. You get the setting plates for 2 people, the cushions, the rug, the beautiful decor.
This past May, Melissa Terry took a leap of faith and founded the Playful Picnic Company, a luxury picnic business where you pick the location, the theme, any add-ons you'd like, and then just show up to something like this.
This is our bohemian theme. This is super trendy and popular right now. Everybody loves the boho style, so this is one of the themes we offer.
Every package gets complimentary water and a fruit or vegetable tray and a selfie area to take pictures with a nice background.
It's a really great stress-free way to enjoy the outdoors and be social again with your small group of people in an outdoor open area, so you don't have to worry about COVID. It makes some people who are adjusting back to the social life a little bit more comfortable.
You could say Melissa is comfortable launching businesses. Playful Picnic is her second adventure.
Spoil yourself here with an experience at Lotus Beauty Lounge.
She opened Lotus Beauty Lounge inside the Meridian Mall 3 years ago.
It's been such a learning experience for me being a business owner.
Especially this past year, getting shut down for 3 months because of the pandemic.
Was that scary to be closed for that long?
It was, because there was no heads up. You know, everything kind of just happened and you're there trying to figure out how to put the pieces back together.
Thankfully, Lotus is back and thriving, but when Melissa first launched, it was a lot, working 7 days a week, rarely taking any time off. But she says her hard work has paid off, and she hopes her story can inspire other entrepreneurs as well, and offers this advice.
Have hope, because there are going to be days where you may feel discouraged, where you may feel like, you know, maybe you didn't make the right choice. But if you believe in yourself and keep going, it will pay off in the long run.
It's just so much fun. All year long, we look forward to this.
The end result and watching the kids light up when they see things and the scariness and the fun and the laughters, and we just love it.
Karen Richardson and Rebecca Hall have a howling good time setting up their Halloween display year after year here at 1305 Hillcrest Street in Lansing.
For 41 years, so started out with just a couple of pieces and it's just keeps growing and growing.
With a focus on reusing and recycling pieces.
Everything out here just about is handmade.
These hands-on Dr. Frankensteins started setting up September 1st.
Some of the things get frustrating when we're trying to figure out how to do them, and they don't want to go the way we want it to, so I have to remodify it.
Over here, this guy, we corpsed, it's a new technique, a skeleton to make it look like it was aged and decomposing. We have a lot of people come by every day, every night, walking, driving, taking pictures, taking videos. So we're just excited about that too. The more people we get, the more kids we get. And it doesn't matter to us age. I mean, anybody can come in. We're all about Halloween.
But don't expect to see them like this on October 31st.
So many of them have, come previously, and so they know something's in there and something's going to jump out. We just don't know where, because I try to remain completely still, and I'm all dressed in black from head to toe. So they never know where it's going to pop out from.
Another ghoulish goal, to see more Halloween displays pop out around town by showing what can happen when people with limited incomes really sink their teeth into a project.
I'm hoping that this also gives them, some ideas and some, hope that they can do things too without having to spend a lot of money.
So come on by for a scare to 1305 Hillcrest Street in Lansing if you dare. There's not much you can do to prepare.